Hello there and welcome to a warm multimodal. I'm here today delighted to be talking to Krista Ayaksan from Timoko. And I would just say welcome and just to say, talk about what are the current trends in the air freight industry.
There are things that have been coming in general in society, such as transparency, communication and digitalization. So transparency, for example, where is the truck right now? Where is the load? Very important. Everybody expects to be able to plan when the factory workers are waiting for the load. Will the load arrive on time or not? Very important. Communication, talking through a system such as ours, as opposed to just sending emails and phone calls. The business used to be very analog, or the industry, the logistics industry. So we see that people need communication tools more than just emails, and also the whole digitalization, which is kind of a combination of what I just said. Having an app to communicate. Yeah.
So you're digitizing the whole of the kind of the road freight supply chain, bringing partners together to work together and make a more efficient European road freight system.
Yes.
Okay. How can a logistics network help business in these turbulent times we're seeing currently?
I really like the question because I get that question asked every day actually. So I always say in turbulent times, that's when you need to rely upon a few factors, such as a good network. Because what happens, say there would be a country leaving the European Union, hypothetically. Suddenly there's a need for customs clearance. Nobody knew how to do that anymore. Well, I'm exaggerating. So we have one partner company on our network, a company using our services, and they said, when they heard about Brexit coming, they started looking for possibly partners within customs clearance. Who's going to do the clearance? Because they knew that it might be hard to ship stuff from the UK to Europe or vice versa. So even before Brexit happened, they reached out to their old clients and said, hey, can we do some customs if we need? And they said, yes, we can take you on. And when Brexit happened, they actually grew in that turbulent time, thanks to their network. They found somebody to do the customs for them. Now they do it themselves. So they actually grew in turbulent times thanks to a network. It's nothing different. It's like if I have a situation in my life, turbulent life period, I have a friendship in the best case where I can reach out to different people. So it's very similar.
So it's not just a network for Brexit, it's people need networks and to expand them and to grow them. We don't know what the next turbulence is going to be, but you need to be prepared.
Yes, exactly. So customs is just one side. What if a company in the UK would like to import goods from, say, Bulgaria, from Sweden, and the guys the people they employ to do the transport for their imports, what if they can't go to Sweden or they have no connections how to go to Bulgaria? You need a network to expand, not only to just save the situation you're in, but also to expand. Yeah.
How fast is your network growing?
Well, I don't have any numbers on that I can just give out like this. I would need to see the exact statistics, but we have been growing constantly over the years, and Brexit didn't really slow down things. It changed things. So I think in the UK we see a very positive trend because now people start to export and import again. Now that the whole customs thing, which was a mess for a lot of companies in the UK, I felt really sorry for them. Now the customs things have become a bit easier and clear, so we are very positive about the development in the UK as well.
Digitization is a big issue across all modes in freight today, but particularly I'd have thought for road freight. How has digitalization accelerated the growth of business and their transport planning?
So I think we have all ordered something on the internet or something where we wanted to see where the truck is right now. So the ETA has been something that's been, I think, the holy grail, so to say. How can we find a way to track and monitor the vehicle and the pallets that we're waiting for? So a good digital tool such as ours, if I may say, helps you to plan. For example, what if the workers in the factory are waiting for a shipment from another country?
Yeah.
Electric components or whatever it may be. If they know that, hey, the guy who's driving or the woman who's driving is stuck in the queue, won't make it before closing hours, we can go home and be there tomorrow when we know that the truck is going to arrive. So the ETA is definitely one thing. tour planning for a company managing a fleet, that they can more efficiently plan their vehicles for different routes. That's one thing. The live shipment tracking is, the ETA thing, to see when my load is going to arrive. Less emails and less phone calls. We've all been there receiving 20 emails for something in our job. What if there would be a tool where we can communicate through the tool instead? Because every morning you have emails from colleagues and from external partners, and we need to get away, I think, from this whole email thing and phone. That could also be, a complementary communication thing, but to do everything on a tool such as ours makes it easier.
So the whole of the supply chain is being digitized and doing away with the need for what now appears to be emails, an old tool.
Yeah.
Essentially you have to look at an email, do stuff with it. But if you've got a digital interface and a connection, you can...
Exactly. I mean, we know that this notification system that you have, for example, if you make a booking on a big hotel reservation platform, if you have their app, you get notified in the app about what's going on, instead of just checking your email, which just keeps on growing. So I'm not an enemy of emails, but I really like to streamline the communication. You have to be a master of communications. You have to respond quickly and clearly, and that's what we're about.
I couldn't have put it better myself.